Hey people, welcome back. In today's session, we are going to learn about how the Six Sigma started. So I will be talking about history of Six Sigma. We all know that Six Sigma is started by Motorola somewhere around 1986. So what was the trigger point for Motorola in 1986 when they started Six Sigma? So one day there was a board meeting for Motorola was on. All the senior member, including Mr. Galvin, who was the CEO of Motorola at that time. And though Motorola was doing very well, but Mr. Galvin was worrying about because there is an increase in the complaint and increase in the defects in the process. So then during the board meeting, he said, okay, well, gentlemen, we are doing very good, but still I see there is a sudden increase or there is an increase in the complaints or there is an increase in the product cost or the defects. If the things will continue, probably the day will come where we may not exist. And he said another word he used. He said, we are already monitoring the process. So please focus. He said, we are monitoring the process through SPC. SPC is statistical process control, but seems it's not working. Then there was one gentleman in the board meeting. His name was Mr. Bill Smith. He said, boss, yes, we are monitoring the process with the help of statistics, but I think this is the time. Then we have to move from monitoring the process process statistically to improving the process statistically. So that was the statement Mr. Bill Smith gave, that improving the process statistically. Mr. Galvin liked this idea very much and he assigned the responsibility to Mr. Smith. Okay, Mr. Smith, can you develop a program how we can improve the process statistically? Then Mr. Bill Smith, along with his colleague Michael J. Harry, these two people together started developing a program, and they developed a program which we call as a MAC program. MAC is measure, analyze, improve, and control. This was the original program developed by Mr. Bill Smith and Michael J. Harry in 1986. Later, when GE adopted this, Mr. Jack Welch, somewhere around 1996 and 97, they adopted. Jack Welch was the CEO of GE at the time. Jack Welch realized that something is missing here. I give you a brain teaser. Let's think about that. If I ask you what was missing, probably you will come to know. If I ask you to jump from an aircraft without parachute. So question is, what are the chances of survival? Probably looking at the situation when I'm asking you to jump from an aircraft without parachute, what are the chances of survival? Hopefully you think about that and you will say the chances of survival when you're jumping from the aircraft is 0. You are jumping from an aircraft without parachute, so chances of survival is 0. That you will think about. And I agree with this. But I change this situation a little bit more, add into this. Now the situation is, if you jump from an aircraft without parachute, what are the chances of survival when aircraft is grounded? And suddenly you will say, when the aircraft is grounded, chances of survival is 100%. So nothing changes. Statement still remains same, but I defined this statement more precisely. So that what Mr. Jack Welch, who was the CEO of GE in 1997, he said that directly jumping into the measurement of the process may not be the right approach. We may need first to define the problem, what we are trying to do. And that's how the DMAC approach started. So DMAC approach is added defined by the GE. Originally, it was a MAC approach by the Motorola. That's the history about Six Sigma. And the in the next topic, probably we'll be discussing about how to measure the variation as a form of standard deviation. Thank you so much. Have a good day.